Good day, viewers. Welcome to another edition of the Daily Strange Stories. I'm John Brown. Our lead story for today. Convicted criminal, Brown Mogotsi is President Ramaphosa's spy who helped him succeed Jacob Zuma. He is also the one who arrested Thabo Bester in Tanzania. Imagine a shadowy figure operating in the murky underbelly of South African politics, a man named Brown Mogotsi. His name has recently surfaced in connection with some of the country's most sensational events, from the arrest of the infamous fugitive Thabo Bester to allegations of political manipulation at the highest levels of government. But who is Brown Mogotsi really? Mogotsi has claimed that he played a key role in the capture of Thabo Bester, the convicted criminal who made a daring escape from prison with the help of his lover, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana. According to Mogotsi, he was on the ground in Tanzania, involved in what he described as cloak and dagger operations that ultimately led to Bester's apprehension in 2023. This claim, made to the Sunday World newspaper, came amidst a gag order, as Mogotsi is expected to be a witness in an upcoming Judicial Commission of Inquiry. This commission seeks to investigate alleged infiltration of the police force by criminal syndicates, and Mogotsi's name is now deeply intertwined with these allegations. But Mogotsi's story is far more complex than just the capture of a fugitive. He is also alleged to be an associate of Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, a connection that has drawn intense scrutiny and fueled accusations of political interference. Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the KwaZulu-Natal police boss, has publicly linked Mchunu, Mogotsi, and businessman Vusi, Matlala to a shadowy syndicate potentially involving senior politicians and even former Police Minister Bheki Cele. Mkhwanazi has further alleged that Mchunu disbanded the KwaZulu-Natal political killings task team to obstruct justice, and that Mogotsi and Matlala were aware of this decision beforehand.
The evidence has been found in the cell phone of Mr. Vusi, also known as Matlala, which shows the communication between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and the Minister of Police, Mr. Senzo Mchunu. As I said, this was the beginning of the closure of the political task team.
Adding another layer of intrigue, Mogotsi himself has denied being a police officer. In an interview with the SABC, he stated that he is not a member of the police force, but alluded to his extensive underground experience. He suggested that he would reveal his true identity on the appropriate platform, hinting at a deeper involvement in covert operations.
I'm not a police officer. I've been around my sister, and I believe at the right time with the proper platform, I'll be able to expound to the latter as to who's Brown Mogotsi with my underground experience or underground operations, of course. I'll be able to share when asked as to where do I fall in this environment.
Sources within the security cluster suggest that Mogotsi was enlisted as an informant for crime intelligence as far back as 2009.
First of all, I need to even show the viewers at home and South Africans that General Mkhwanazi's press conference happened at the very wrong time. The timing is very inappropriate. Because now, like he alluded during his press conference, I spoke to him, I sent him a message last year, but only after the arrest of the 5 generals and these other brigadiers, he decides now to call a press conference. In addition, you'll be surprised that I think on Thursday last week, just before his press conference, he did talk to me, and from him calling me, there are possibilities that I was checking on him, but he called me, and we also spoke about the need to save the country, and the fear that every policeman can now obtain a J50 to arrest another a policeman. The J50 is a warrant of arrest. So I was very surprised on Sunday to hear him now bringing this thing again.
One former senior crime intelligence operative believes that Mogotsi's decision to reveal his alleged undercover work is a calculated move to control the narrative surrounding his activities.
My sister, don't be surprised when I said I'm being around. The information that I'm giving you, I say, if I'm questioned at the right platform, I'll be able to allude as to how do I end up having this information. And it does not come from Minister Senzo Mchunu, General Sibiya, or General Khan, or anyone of those General Mkhwanazi has mentioned. This environment information comes to you. The proper platform will give me an opportunity, if asked, to say, where does this and this come from and how do you handle that?
According to this source, informants are often recruited for their connections to criminal groups and later become state witnesses. The source added that any past criminal record of an informant should not discredit their testimony. Records show that Mogotsi has had brushes with the law himself. He was a complainant in a Sexual Offences Act case in 2013 and in an assault case in May 2025. He was also accused of fraud in 2017, involving allegations of a forged check. Further details emerged indicating that Mogotsi had previous convictions for defeating the ends of justice, assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, and reckless and negligent driving. His sentences for these crimes expired in 2011 and 2016. Within political circles in the Northwest Province, Mogotsi's alleged double life is an open secret. Sources describe him as a police informant who worked closely with a former mayor of Mafeking. It is claimed that Mogotsi has been playing both sides for years. He has also reportedly taken a keen interest in the legal challenges to the legitimacy of ANC Northwest Provincial Chairperson Nono Maloyi's 2022 election. Some have even linked him to the Revolutionary Council, the group credited with ousting former Premier Supra Mahumapelo. The allegations against Mogotsi have placed him under intense scrutiny, particularly regarding alleged political interference and ties to organized crime. Police Minister Mchunu has distanced himself from Mogotsi, denying that he is an associate, as claimed by Mkhwanazi. However, Mkhwanazi's allegations have created a storm, linking Mchunu, Mogotsi, and Matlala to a mysterious syndicate potentially reaching high levels of power. Mkhwanazi alleges that Mchunu ordered the disbandment of the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team to protect this syndicate, and that Mogotsi and Matlala were aware of the decision beforehand.
On the 14th of May this year, 2025, the task team arrested Vusi, who is also known as Matlala, for an attempted murder ×3. An analysis was conducted on electronic communication of this arrested person. This analysis reveals communication between the arrested Vusi at Matlala, Mr. Brown Mogotsi, an associate of the Minister of Police, as well as the Minister of Police Senzo Mchunu. On the 1st of January 2025, Mr. Brown Mogotsi sends a WhatsApp to Vusi Matlala, and it reads as follows, I quote, "I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya and the minister. They must have a solution." And it follows another message. "The task team that came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved. They got the letter on Monday. As we speak, they are bringing all docket to Sibiya."
Vusi Matlala, known for his extravagant lifestyle and lucrative government contracts, is currently incarcerated while his wife is out on bail. The National Police spokesperson has declined to comment on these operational matters. Adding another layer to this complex web, Supra Mahumapelo, the chairperson of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on International Relations, has remained silent on Mogotsi's role in his removal as Northwest Premier. Mahumapelo has confirmed that he received death threats during the politically charged period that led to his ousting in 2018. His office released a statement indicating that these threats were due to political interference, and that evidence would be presented to the relevant committees. Mahumapelo has declined to comment further, citing the ongoing investigations by parliamentary committees. It has been suggested that the Brown Mogotsi Foundation was used as a tool to push Mahumapelo out of office.
We have given the Premier until tomorrow 4 o'clock on the letter that we've written to him, together with the Speaker and the Acting Provincial Secretary of the ANC. The intervention comes as a result of the Premier deciding to invoke Section 131, unconstitutionally so.
At the time, Mogotsi was a relatively unknown figure, so his involvement went largely unnoticed. Mahumapelo was forced out of office in 2018 following his support of Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma at the NASREC 1 National Elective Conference of the ANC. Mogotsi's role in Ramaphosa's CR17 campaign as one of the runners in the Northwest has been established, as has his role in dethroning the man affectionately known as Black Jesus in the province. Mkhwanazi's revelations have brought Mogotsi into the spotlight as a key player in political developments within the ANC. His role in President Cyril Ramaphosa's CR17 campaign and his involvement in the removal of Mahumapelo have been noted. This is one of the reasons why General Mkhwanazi chose to expose the alleged partnership in crime between Minister Senzo Mchunu, Brown Mogotsi, and Matlala live on television and let the whole world know what has been happening behind the scenes. It has since been established that Brown Mogotsi has access to so much sensitive information that is supposed to be accessed by police officers only, and he has been part of the campaign team for President Ramaphosa, a spy agent who also doubles as a tool for punishing those that oppose President Ramaphosa. If General Mkhwanazi had used proper, formal and internal channels to raise his concerns, there is no way President Ramaphosa was going to punish his own, the same way he has refused to fire Minister Senzo Mchunu, despite Brown Mogotsi himself confirming that the messages General Mkhwanazi said were found in Matlala's phone were indeed sent by Brown Mogotsi himself. Mkhwanazi has accused senior law enforcement officials, including Mchunu, of interfering in investigations and protecting businessman Vusi, Matlala. He alleges that Mchunu has ties to individuals outside the police force, including Matlala and Mogotsi, who influence his decisions. Mkhwanazi claims that Mogotsi influenced Mchunu's decision to disband the political killings task team. Mkhwanazi presented evidence, including internal police communications and WhatsApp messages, to support his claims of a coordinated effort to shut down the unit. He also alleged that Mogotsi had direct contact with individuals under investigation, including Matlala. According to Mkhwanazi, Mogotsi assured Matlala that the task team had been dissolved. Evidence also allegedly links Mogotsi, Mchunu, and Matlala through financial transactions tied to political events. Mkhwanazi stated that the disbandment of the task team was a deliberate attempt to shield an organized criminal syndicate with deep roots in law enforcement, political, and judicial systems. Since its establishment in 2018, the task team had investigated hundreds of dockets, secured numerous convictions, and helped solve syndicate-linked murders. Mkhwanazi claims that pressure to disband the unit increased after its ballistic experts linked weapons to several high-profile killings. Shortly after, Mchunu allegedly ordered the unit disbanded and froze intelligence appointments. In a letter to the National Police Commissioner, Mchunu stated that the unit had outlived its usefulness. However, the National Police Commissioner later denied authorizing the unit's closure.
What was the justification for the closure of the political killings task team?
Look, as I said, I don't want to dwell more in that regard. I don't know. I don't know the reasons, but I'm sure you heard Mkhwanazi said after Matlala was arrested, it became clear as to what the reasons were. So I don't want to get deeper into that.
Mogotsi has also criticized the police chain of command and raised concerns about a senior officer, Major General Phileni Lushaba. He claimed that Lushaba opened a false housebreaking case after a woman allegedly disappeared with a state laptop and phone. Lushaba has also been under investigation for financial misconduct related to property deals.
When I speak about the timing, amongst those 5 generals, there is one major general by the name of General Lushaba. He was born in 1993, but he's a major general. He's above a brigadier. I'm not questioning his age being attached to the position, but given that there are so many people who have served with similar qualification that he has, being warrant officers or captain for more than 30 years, but it's not my place to talk about. This same General Lushaba, He happened to go to Pretoria in one of the nightclubs and met one girl whom he took to his house. He took the girl to his house. I don't know what happened at night, but in the morning, the girl was nowhere to be found with a state cell phone and a state laptop. And instead of him approaching the authorities to say, perhaps I had a visitor at home or something, he decided to open a case of housebreaking. And guess what? The housebreaking case was opened. It was called Docket 38.
Now that we have revealed to you that Brown Mogotsi is President Ramaphosa's spy, do you think the president will punish Minister Senzo Mchunu for interfering with General Mkhwanazi's work? Thank you for watching this news video. We'd love to hear what you think about this story, so please leave your comments below. We read them all and appreciate your insights. Join us again in our next strange story. Until then, goodbye.